Tim Reed is
wow.
in
Andrew
Utica
drank the
Boilermaker.
River Hill water. That's
He
for sure.
has. He's
Wow.
consumed it. It's come right off the hill.
Right on the hill into the river.
Into the river. Tim Reed, I got to say, yesterday I was over at the Boilermaker office, and I got to see the garden, and it is unbelievable.
Yeah, it actually
huge tomatoes. I mean, and here we are in September. You'd expect it all to be browning and getting ugly, and it's not. Of course, it's 85 degrees out.
Yeah. Well, and that's really a lot of the efforts that we had. A lot of young people from Oneida County Works program who kind of did a lot of that, and that's one of our outreach pieces that we're trying to do in regards to it. For a lot of them, this is the first opportunity to really own something, if you think about it. So each one had their own bed, and so it's pretty cool.
You are going to be getting done. What is your timeline? What are you? When will you be done as chief honcho at the Boilermaker?
Probably mid-October.
Okay, so it's coming soon.
It's coming soon.
So you
right after the Boilermaker is kind of.
Which, by the way, I'm told
it's sold out.
Sold out one day.
One day.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, that's incredible.
Which is a great event that you combine with the zoo.
It's the first time we've actually done it with the zoo.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty cool thing. I mean, I think if you think of the Boilermaker and the zoo, they're really truly big community assets.
And I've heard other people. Is it is there a Brewler maker going on too now? There's all sorts of different plays on the word. So
no, I'm not sure. I'll have to talk to Fred.
Okay, all right, good. That's
his own individual.
So there is a roast coming up.
Yeah, for who? Which one?
There's a roast.
Which one are we going to talk about?
Let's talk about your roast.
All right.
And this will benefit what? So your roast.
There's two beneficiaries.
October 12th. I think?
October 12th. Yeah. And when's yours?
October 19th, the next Thursday night.
I'm going to remind you about that yours comes after me. So just saying.
So I'm
so,
emceeing his roast, and he's roasting me at mine.
Yeah, exactly. So depending on what happens at the first event, will predicate the second event.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's a good point.
So
roast can be
roasting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're kidding. Bill's going to get it bad.
Mine's going to last for 1 hour. His is lasting a week.
It's already
People are lining up.
Oh, it's brutal.
I know.
KTV put up a story, and they started roasting me in the message section. It was unbelievable. It's like, come on, this hasn't even started yet.
I know. Yeah, well, so there's two primary beneficiaries. One is what we call the Boilermaker experience, which is to try to capture in a multimedia way 40 years of the Boilermaker for people to come into our office. We have about 5,000 square feet. We're going to be kind of working on that. And the second one is to support the Stanley, which is where our event's taking place.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
So how is it going to work? You have who's roasting, by the way? Who are some of the roasters?
They're pinning down the roasters as we speak.
Okay.
So there's only going to be 5. We want to keep it pretty short in regards to it because they're.
I'll keep it good and long as an MC.
Yours is good. Thanks. Yours, on the other hand, there's so much material.
I hope they're planning for overtime in Herkimer County.
So it's going to be hopefully about an hour, and it starts at 6 o'clock, and there'll be food, a bar, and all those sorts of things.
Nice, which is at the Stanley.
At the Stanley.
Will this be right on the stage of the Stanley?
Well, I'm not really sure.
Okay.
So I hate these things, to be perfectly honest. I actually didn't want to do this, but it's being forced by others.
Well, I was told to keep it quiet from you because you wouldn't let it happen
if
I let
it out.
Yeah.
So, it got so far down the road that I couldn't stop it.
It got to the point where it was out, and I wouldn't say anything to you because I still wasn't.
You were pretty good about it. I've got to admit, you were pretty good about it.
I do not have loose lips. I will tell you that.
Bill, have you heard about this roast for me? No, I haven't heard anything about it.
So tickets are it's a $50 minimum, and they're available both at the Stanley at the Boilermaker office as well.
And as you said, a great cause. This will be
I think really you just think about the race from its kind of very humble beginnings to where it is today. It's amazing. It's a community celebration, really.
Now I do know that you made a phone call to my wife, asking her. As a matter of fact, we're going to continue this maybe tomorrow night, but asking her any inside stuff she could give you.
Right.
The difficulty y'all are going to have is there's very little that
she knows.
No, she knows it all. The good, the bad, the ugly. But there's very little that I have. I tend to be a pretty open book.
Right.
There's not a lot out there that.
Well, the thing is that I think with roasts is I've seen I've seen good ones and I've seen really bad ones.
Yeah.
Where people get hurt, and I don't like that. So I want it to be. I think you want it to be fun, but not necessarily a baseball bat over the head.
See, my take is a little different. I've seen really good ones and really bad ones. The really bad ones aren't funny. The really good ones, someone always gets hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
you've got to expect that.
If you're going to an alley fight, you know what to expect.
I was one of the roasters for Herkimer County 2 years ago or 3 years ago when Mark Butler was roasted. And I took it seriously. I took it the way a roast is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I lambasted him. Yeah. I beat the daylights out of him.
So he was the first one to sign up to roast me.
He is now the first one to sign up and is looking for revenge. But they can get mean, so you have to be careful. And I find a lot of times that the things that are said are not even real. Right. They're things,
urban legend
or whatever.
That's a good seed to plant, Bill.
It is. Thank you.
Which, right in your case, it's reality.
Yeah.
Bill Keeler's so tall. And
that's my point is what can you do to me that hasn't already been done in public on message boards, on topics, on phone calls into the studio? I'm saying bring it on.
So my tickets are available at the Stanley and the Boilermaker office. Yours are available at Town Square, the Ray Seacon building, and the Jim Brock building.
Oh, and the roasting has already started. Yes, I love it.
It's a little based.
One of the other roasters that will be at mine coming up on the 19th, which will be at Francesca's in Ilion, is CNN Washington correspondent Ryan Nobles.
Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Ryan. Are you preparing for this? Because Tim Reed is like doing research.
Well, I can't imagine there'll be any short jokes, right? That'll probably not be anything that'll be brought up at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't anticipate anything like that?
To me, we all know, everybody knows that I'm short. I am open about the fact that I buy those shoes that make you 2 inches taller. Come on, bring it on. So there's not much that I can think of but hey, I'm sure I'll be surprised.